So, are you ready to have an experience, yes or no?
Yes.
All right, everybody just stand up. So, take a breath. When you breathe out, feel where it goes in your body. Doesn't need to be a big breath, but just take a breath and experience that breath for a moment. And then we're going to continue to breathe, and all we're going to do is move our weight from our toes to our heels as we breathe in and out. So when you breathe in, go to your toes. And when you breathe out, go to your heels. And what we're looking to find, everyone, is the midpoint between the front and the back. So it's kind of like a seesaw. We're looking for that balance point, right? So just notice it as it goes by with your awareness. So you're feeling your feet, your weight goes across your foot. You notice that piece, oh, there it is, and then I went by it. So then do a little less forward and a little less backward until you're standing on it. When you get on it, give me a thumbs up so I know you're there. And then take another breath. And when you take that breath, I want you to notice where it goes. And if it changes from the first one. Did it change? You got a smile on your face. What happened? How did it change? You might not even know, right? I don't know. It's different, right? So this is what Dr. Zimmerman taught me 25 years ago that helped me to get to 4. I'm going to show you what helped me to lose 80 pounds and get to 0 in pain all the time, right? And that's all just to move from my midpoint to the ball of the foot and then back. And in between there is a point called the kidney 1 meridian point. The Chinese call it the earth surge point. It's like taking your phone and putting it on a magnet. The magnet doesn't do really anything, and neither does the phone. And we're standing on the biggest magnet we know of called Earth, right? So when we get on that point, it feels a little different. So you just kind of go back and forth until it feels different, and take a third breath. Did anybody notice that breath changed? Yes, no? Everybody's like, what? So now how did it change for you, Mr. Tucker?
It seems like it was a different pattern than what it was. Instead of breathing through the chest and the shoulders, it's more through the stomach.
Yeah, that's your parasympathetic nervous system on, right? So now we're going to go a little deeper and really activate it. And all this is a simple breath, right? So I want you to take a breath in, and when you breathe out, drop about 1 to 2 inches, whatever feels comfortable for you on the out breath. And then when you breathe in, pretend you're a balloon and just blow up and float. And don't lock your knees, and then when you breathe out, let yourself sink. And we're just going to do a couple of breaths, breathing in, floating up, breathing out, sinking down. And I'm going to ask you to let your hands kind of float out by the wrists, maybe 2 or 3 inches. And then let it float back. And feel how you can just relax, and you're almost like feeling a wave. It's almost like you're standing in the ocean facing the beach, and the wave comes behind you. Right? And you might notice your eyes want to close, and that's your nervous system going, oh, I can relax now. And then just stop and just feel how you feel. And then give yourself a shake. Give yourself a quick shake. Anybody have anything that they if you wanted to put a word on where you just were in your body mind, what would it be?
Right before sleep.
Right before sleep. What else? Anybody else? How do you feel right now? Anybody feel anything different? Like I see some of you doing this with your hands. Maybe your hands are tingling or swollen.
It feels super light.
It feels super light, right? This is what we call the first, if you were going for an acupuncture treatment, you'd start to feel this way on the table as they put different meridians on. This is self-care, right? We do this for ourselves because when we have access, and now just take it like you're marching, y'all learned how to do that somewhere along the line. And now come back to it and come back to steady and take that breath again. And just check in. You'll notice it didn't go back the same place. So what we're going to do is we're going to again go from the toes to the heels and just re-experience finding the central equilibrium point between the toe and the heel. And you might find it quicker now, but don't rush it, because It always changes, right? And then once you find that, take another breath. And give me a shout out if it changed again, back a little bit. Anybody? Come on, guys.
I feel it in my knees now.
You're feeling it in your knees. What are you feeling in your knees?
Just feel so grounded.
Yes. And now the ball of the foot, and then the midpoint. And here I always try to pay attention to my hands, because my hands will like almost light up. That's the way I call it, right? Like I feel like I put my hands in ginger ale. And then breathe in and open like a balloon. And breathe out and sink. Breathing in and breathing out. And this simple little breath is called the balloon breath. Right? And now what we're going to do in harmonetics, in the easy breath, what we do is we create a trellis of awareness. And a trellis is like when you grow a plant. The plant doesn't grow on the trellis, it grows in and out of it, right? So our awareness now is going to go to our feet, and when we breathe out, breathe in, we're going to go all the way with our awareness, all the way up through the body to the top of the head, and then back down to the bottom of the feet. And each breath is bottom of the foot to the top of the head, top of the head to the bottom of the foot. And we're going to do a few breaths, just like this. Make sure your hands go about 6 inches, and then they come back. Go out about 6 inches, and they come back. And as I do this, my fingers almost follow my wrists, in and out. And now just feel how you feel right now. Feel how maybe it's, anybody have a change in the feeling, yes, no?
Like the weights coming out of my fingertips.
Yeah. How are you? How about you? What do you feel? If you had, very light, yeah? Almost like a float, right? And then give yourself a shake. And then as you come back to that and stop, just feel the aliveness in your body right now. Anybody thinking about what they were going to do in an hour? Anybody thinking about what happened a minute or two ago? No. We've started to shut down the left brain, that thinking intelligence, and we've started to open up the feeling intelligence of our nervous system. And you might even feel that energy just like, wow, I feel alive right now. So here's a way for us to find a balance point in the middle, right? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you just a little bit more deep. We're going to add a piece to the trellis, and that's the base of the pelvis, right? So one more time, ready? Take a breath and check in. Well, actually, before you do that, march a little bit. Oh, a lot of yawns. There you go. Yeah. You guys, you're going to sleep good tonight. Right? Ready? Stop again. Take a breath. Feel it. And now find that midpoint. Okay, hang right into it, Tucker. I like it. And then find that earth surge point. And give me a thumbs up when you're on your earth surge point. Because that's the key. This is a combination lock. 12 to the left, 13 to the right, 24 to the left, and you opened it. Now you can turn that nervous system on the way you want it. And then begin balloon breathing, right? And we'll all do it together because it's kind of nice to be a band, right? So everybody take a breath in and breath out. Sink a bit. And now we're going to breathe in together, up, and breathe out, down. Breathe in, up, base of the foot to the top of the head to the base of the foot on the out breath. Bottom of the foot to the top of the head to the base of the foot. We're going to add in the midpoint. And I want you to notice when it changes, it'll change the energy a bit. So base of the foot, bottom of the pelvis, top of the head. And then back down to the base of the pelvis to the bottom of the foot. Bottom of the foot to the base of the pelvis, top of the head, and reset. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to add one. Do you feel a difference in the energy now for the second one? Just a little bit of a change. Grows more energy. Now we're going to add in the earth. So I want you in your mind, as you breathe out, to just reach down into the core of the earth and go earth, bottom of the foot, base of the pelvis, top of the head. Allowing the body passively to absorb the energy that the earth is giving us. And now I've got you moving your arms, so I'm going to ask you at this point to open your eyes for a second. Rather than going inside, we'll talk about that in a minute. But what I want you to do is, you see my arms moving. We can't do this. We stopped and started talking to people like this, they'd probably think we were a little weird. So what you want to do is, this time when you move your arms, go half as far, twice as slow with both the knees and the arms. And then each breath, go half as far, twice as slow with the movement, but you feel the breath is the same. Your awareness goes from the earth to the top of your head, through the base of the foot and the bottom of the pelvis. In each breath, your movement approaches stillness, but you always are in motion a little bit, and tension begins to bleed away from the body, because motion and tension can't be in the same place. And I'm going to invite you on the next breath, out breath, to close your eyes and to feel your body coming from the base of the earth to the bottom of the foot, to the pelvis, to the top of the head, and then relaxing back down to the earth. And we're just going to do 3 breaths with our eyes closed. And just feel how your body feels right now. You might feel that tingle in a lot of different places. And then the next in-breath, I would like you to open your eyes. And then when you breathe out again, close your eyes. And in this way, you're connecting with the inner world of your own energy, and then the outer world where things happen. And you change back and forth between that. And this is kind of like when we're moving forward and back on our foot to find the midpoint between our foot, where we're going to look for the midpoint between the outside world and the inside world. Feeling and energy and movement. The outside world with where we are. And this time you can leave your eyes open and just feel your awareness go out and in with the breath. Try to find that place where you're kind of halfway between. And then, since we're in the military and we don't want to be in meditation all day, we're just going to bring our awareness a little bit more into the world. Like a telephoto lens, we're going to open it into the world, but we're not going to lose the world inside. Notice how you can feel both. You can become more yourself, ready, calm, relaxed, and then give yourself a shake. And how do you feel? I'd like everybody to just give me one word. How you feel right now?
Relaxed.
Relaxed.
Calm.
Calm.
A little sleepy.
Sleepy. That's good. It's time for a weekend.
Yeah. Fluid.
Fluid. Good.
Cool.
Cool. Calm.
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 Calm as well.
Calm. At ease. Oh, nice.
Relaxed.
Relaxed.
Heavy.
Heavy. That's relaxed, by the way. Heavy is relaxed. It's the same thing, right? It's like, whoa.
Ready.
Ready. Ah, nice.
Relax. Tingly.
Tingly. Alive. All right. I love it. So that's the easy breath. I just taught you everything you need to know. You can use this forever as a tool. Now we do a 6-week program. 6-week program, why? Because you need to create a neurological pathway, right? This is an introduction. This is just my calling card. It's also the beginning and the end of the program. You go through 6 weeks, you learn this practice, and at the end of 6 weeks, your body has a neurological pathway to this state of mind whenever you need it. Have a seat. Are there any questions?
How long are the sessions in the 6-week program?
1 hour, right? And then we have a protocol where we ask you to create your own personal vital energy practice, where you do 9 to 29 breaths in the morning, 9 to 29 breaths before you go to bed. There's 4 different ways to practice, 4 different kinds of energy. You have the yin energy that comes up from the ground, And we have yang energy that comes down from the sky, the sunlight, the cosmic radiation. Thank God we have a
All it is breathing, that's it.
it's
Meditation.
it's intention.
Yeah.
We intend to connect with the energy. It's awareness. We go through this trellis, and it's action, aligning ourselves correctly to get the magnet on the phone. Once you do that, now you discover, and you've all just discovered something maybe you've never experienced before. That I didn't do anything to you. All I did was guide your awareness, and you chose to take action. So now it's your choice to go there when you need it, and it works for any kind of anxiety, any kind of injury, any kind of PTS. You just can really process yourself and heal, really heal yourself. And even if you don't have any of those things, it just feels good, right? Remember with that baby thing, wonder and screaming? Through life we kind of feel like we lost the wonder and we're left only with the screaming, right? And what this does is bring you back that wonder. And the more and more you do the wonder, the more open your life feels. We can handle the parts that are challenging. We can do it. We've been doing it, but we lose the wonder. So why would we want to live without wonder? And it's only a breath away, right? I say that we're born with an in-breath, and we leave on an out-breath. And in between, there's a bunch of breaths that are maybe not paid attention to, and that changes today. You have a choice now. Every breath. I want to end with one more experience, if you don't mind. Stand up. And I want you to think of the next person you're going to meet, and you're going to just walk up to them. So walk with me, right? Hands in your pockets. Walk up to them, and just stop and say, "Hey, Johnny, how you doing?" And just as you stop, rock forward and back, and find that midpoint, and come to a stop. And take a breath, and sink down, and then find the front. He's talking to you. He's telling you all the things you need to know for the next 10 minutes, and you'll find that other piece. And notice that you're listening to me, so you can take direction, right? And then connect with that, and just a little balloon breathing up, and a little balloon breathing down. And just wait for him to finish. And now you're charging your vital energy while you're hearing this. And you're more aware and present. You're not thinking about what just happened. You're not thinking about what is going to happen. You're present to this human in front of you. It's going to make you a better person overall. So don't give up this opportunity. Come see me. Come play with us. Because this is just a game. It's a play. It's not serious. We don't want to make it serious. We want to make it interesting. Isn't it interesting how this makes you feel? Right? And if you forget what I told you, that's okay. On my website's a little video that just gives you the basics of finding that thing and breathing, and you just watch it a few times and you go, oh yeah, that's cool. I can do at least this. Because if you don't, this is all I learned from Jeffrey 25 years ago without the Earth Surge, just the first part. And that helped me, it helped my children, my son, who was in a band, was at some show, and some kid was freaking out because he was afraid to get in front of 1,000 people and play music. And my son took him out back and taught him that first part, and the kid keeps calling him saying, "I'm so glad you taught me that thing, man." So this is something that is a gift from me to you. You don't learn anything else, this gift will change your life. Come for the full practice, it'll change it faster. That's all, right? I'm here for questions if you want to ask me. I've got some of my cards over here and flyers if you want to take one. So feel free to head off for the weekend. Try to remember this, or come over and chat with me and Mike, and Mike will tell you how it's helped him in his experience as a combat veteran. And thanks for your attention, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.